I'm here with Meredith Andrews, and you have been on tour with my buddy Chris Sligh. I hope he hasn't been teasing you too much.
Oh, he has. Don't worry. He's
crazy, isn't he?
He's full of the practical jokes. Can I share a story?
Sure, please do.
Okay. I actually recently finished up a tour with him and Aaron Schust and a guy named Andrew Witt, and we were on the Back to School tour, which was Chris's tour, and he put it together. So every night when he would introduce me, he would say something like, you know, when I was thinking about who to bring on this tour, I knew that I didn't want it to be a testosterone fest because I didn't want just guys. I needed some more of the feminine quality, something. It was just funny. And so that was like, you know, how he would introduce me every night. Well, come to the end of the tour, not really related to how he would introduce me, but the end of the tour, the last night of the tour is always prank night, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I had to leave the tour early to jump on tour with Smitty. So they came out, and I had no idea, but I was playing my song on the piano, and my back was kind of to this half of the audience. So they jumped behind me, like I was completely oblivious, but they jumped behind me, Chris and this guy, Andrew, and they start playing handbells to my song, and people started standing up and clapping along, and I'm like, wow, they really like this song. That's so cool. And
yeah, you didn't know he had a professional handbell choir backing him up, did you?
I had no idea.
Oh,
White
training.
gloves and everything,
sure.
Right? And so I didn't know, and then the end of the song came, and I hear like these bells, and I thought it was somebody on the front row with a cowbell, so I didn't turn around. So I didn't even know that they had done that until I walked off stage and saw the video. And they were like, Meredith, you had some accompaniment up there. And I was like, oh my word, you guys are crazy. So I called him out on it during his set. But he's a fun guy. It's always fun to tour with Chris.
He is.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, tell us a little bit about being a worship leader and how that impacts you. You're at a church, right,
yes.
as a worship leader?
Yeah, I've been at Harvest Bible Chapel up near Chicago for about 3 years now. And it's amazing to be plugged into a community of believers and to get
keeps you grounded.
It totally keeps you grounded. Like, I really don't know that I could do it without being having this foundation of this community of this church that is Bible believing and just so. I mean, they keep us accountable. You know, and like what a support system, and every week getting to sit under the teaching of my pastor, under James McDonald. Like, it's incredible, and I've grown so much, and I've learned so much, and I take what we're talking about at church, and a lot of times these topics will turn into songs. You know, I remember Pastor James was preaching on the holiness of God out of Isaiah 6. Well, I mean, it was probably like 3 years ago, and I heard this sermon, and it so struck me that I started writing down these lyrics during the sermon, and went and found a piano right after church, and this song, Who Is Like You, that's on my album, The Invitation.
Awesome.
It just came out, and it was just like this worship moment for me. So it's been amazing to be plugged into such an incredible church that they love the Lord. They seek to honor God above all else, and that's my desire too. So it's really great to be a part of Harvest.
Well, great. Well, thanks so much for letting me know that.
Yeah.
And what's your website? Where can people find your CD?
MeredithAndrews.com.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So much.